strange elf-looking thing sort of pulls Moonless to the side and starts talking to Moonless, like in an aside, and Moonless nods and turns into a gigantic snowy owl.
Whoa. Maybe that's a bit of ride for you.
I look at him and go, "You wait to do this now? You're like that fucking book I read where the giant eagles only came at the last fucking second."
She looks at you. And narrows her eyes and snaps her beak at you and says, "Do you want to ride or not?"
In Sylvan, I go, and I go to climb on her.
Okay. Who else is going?
Wait, enough for all of us to get on her?
Yeah, instead of giants.
This is huge.
Oh.
Yeah. Ozone gets on. Because he can't fly for the day.
Yeah.
We're a party. We all go together.
Yeah, I'll get on too.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
You don't seem very enthused about that, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
He's in the mindset for Cathixis. Cathixis is never enthused about anything.
Unless
I don't
Unless-
do anything, so I can do it myself
scaring dwarven women until they pass out.
with my 12-inch prehensile dick.
Oh my god. You had too much fun with that, Cathixis. So you all get on. I'd like you all to roll a athletics check to make sure you can hold on when she takes off.
I'll be right back, guys, but that's my roll. 11.
Okay. Just don't roll a 1.
Can I do acrobatics, or does it have to be athletics?
Athletics, it's strength. Like you're trying to hold on for dear life. If you fall, if you can't maintain a hold, I'll let you roll acrobatic.
Yep.
It's like none of us are staying on.
No, y'all are fine. Like y'all are fine. You just didn't need to roll a 1. You needed to like not roll a 1. Like we're not talking like crazy hard. She's not trying to buck you off. All right. So there's that.
I'll hold it on.
What happened? You're holding on real well. Everyone else is kind of slipping and sliding all over the place, but just barely holding on. But you're riding her like a fucking lady.
I'm riding side saddle,
Yep.
and I throw my one fist up into the air and go, yeah!
Like an asshole. Inspiration. So you're flying up to this castle in the sky, and as you're flying, as you fly toward it, you notice that it's not just one grouping of clouds. There are a couple of other outcroppings of clouds that are sort of apart from the main mass, and within those croppings of clouds, there's this sort of long column within them, and in the column you see little openings within the columns, and within those openings you notice owls that look very similar to the one that you're currently riding.
Like Alexander.
Sure. And you fly past them, and the owls sort of kind of watch you curiously, but do nothing. They just watch you. Some of them fly out to like sort of glide alongside you and keep an eye on you, but for the most part they peel off before you get to the main massive clouds. And when you get to the main massive clouds, you start right at the cobblestones, right at the very front of the clouds, right before, right in between 1 and 2, where those cobblestones are. That is where Moonless drops you off.
Okay.
So when you get there, you notice there's the cobblestones under your feet. There's the cobblestones under your feet, and off to your right, there seems to be a peculiar looking garden, and then directly in front of you are these immense doors that are sitting wide open. Like, there's no door on it whatsoever. It's just completely open to the world.
Okay. So I look at Moonless and go, so I take it this is the part where you go and chill with the druid friends while we do the impossible thing?
And Moonless just says, I'll wait here. If you need me, I'll come.
Okay. And I'll turn around and start walking up the stairs.
Okay. Is that what all of you do?
Yeah, I'll follow.
So wait, we're going up, like, up to 3?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of look over towards like the garden. What does the garden look like?
So looking in the garden, upon first look, there just seem to be what look like fruits and vegetables of massive proportions. Upon first look, you can see grapes larger, with each individual grape being larger than your head. You can see gourds that are large enough to basically be a small dwelling for someone of your size. And off in the distance of the garden, you notice like vague glints of light.
As they start going up, I'll kind of say, maybe we should investigate the area before we go inside.
Ugh.
That's a good idea. We don't want to get caught off guard by anything. I mean, this is a stranger's place.
I look at them and say, yeah, but they're giants. I don't think we'll get caught off guard. They're giants.
Well, I mean to...
They can easily beat the crap out of us.
Yeah, I don't mean that they'll sneak up on us. I mean to get at least a better lay of the land. Things do end up negative light. We might be able to see inside and have a better layout of the interior and run around.
Mm-hmm.
No weird.
I shrug. I start back down the stairs.
Yeah, I start walking towards like the garden, towards like the lights that you mentioned.
Okay, so as you're walking through the garden, you notice that some of the larger owls that you saw before watching you have kind of flown in for a closer look, and they're perched in these immense trees, and on these immense fruits and vegetables, just watching you as you're sort of strolling through the garden. And in the distance, you see a sort of section of the garden that's blocked off by large black gates, and like black iron gates. And on the other side of those iron gates, you see normal-sized fruits of 3 different varieties. Their size is normal, however, they are not. Their skin doesn't look normal in the sense that their skin is silver, gold, and platinum.
Don't those fruits remind you of those books?
I just look and say, a little bit. Yes.
Want to go check it out?
I look up at like the owls and say, it's probably best that we don't.
That you what?
I said it's probably best that we don't at the moment. To Daergram.
Okay.
I look at one of the owls and say, "Are you chill?" And I doubt it's been an hour since I cast tongues, so it understands what I'm saying. As long as it speaks a language.
I don't think they do. Let me see.
Oh, I figured they were druids.
Everything can be druids.
If their intelligence is below, I think, a 5, they don't know a language. I think that's how it works, right?
But it's a giant owl, so like the brain is like 5 times bigger. So that means it's 5 times smarter.
I mean, look at dinosaurs. They had big-ass heads, but they didn't have big-ass brains.
Yeah, they couldn't even survive a meteor.
Alright, so if you speak, it understands you, but it seems to understand you. Because when you say that, it sort of narrows its eyes a bit and hoots menacingly at you.
I think that's a no.
It was worth a shot.
No, I agree.
So I go back out of the garden and start back up the stairs to 3. And I go, we can check stuff out over here.
Yeah.
As soon as you leave the garden, the owl will fly away.
Phrase of the day, hoots menacingly.
It hoots menacingly. I don't fucking know.
So, real quick, I'm sorry I had to actually step away and meet these people who are supposedly looking for this apartment. Can I just get a quick, 3-sentence breakdown of what has happened?
Got dropped off up here. Giant birds are on the weird fruit. Some of the weird fruit happens to be gold, platinum, and silver.
Yes.
Like the books. Like the nut, right? Not the books.
Yeah, like the knives. And I guess the books too.
Alright. That's about as much as Ozone would be able to, figure out for his own anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, yeah, so I'll follow suit and go back with Gnomenclature and go up the steps.
Okay. So you go up the steps to 3. What do you guys do?
But what do we see when we get to the top of the steps?
So when you get up to the dais at 3, you notice that there's a path that's branching off to your right, and the dais also continues, and there's another set of steps. So that's kind of your.
I turn back and look at them and point up the stairs, and then I point to the right, and then I shrug.
Yeah, I look and say they're probably up the rest of the stairs, don't you think?
Yeah, but I thought you wanted to take a stroll and look at all of the shit.
Well, I don't.
I know that didn't intend to come across as so sarcastic, but it really came out that way, and it was like.
You say, well, I don't think I want it more menacing.
That's fair. So I'll start skipping up the stairs, quietly singing "There are giants in the sky."
Huh.
What's the construction of this castle? Is it just stone, or is it?
It's okay. So you want to investigate what the castle's made out of? So give me a
Daergram, make an appraisal check to see if it's stone.
knowledge. Yeah, there we go. That would be the best bet.
A history check?
Yeah.
That what you would use to judge stone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cast guidance on yourself, because you'll have advantage.
You fucking know I will. Wow. Wow.
Oh, wow.
I mean, 13's a respectable number.
Thank whatever god you worship.
Awesome.
Shante.
What a fucking shame. So,
I don't know, it's giant shit.
yeah.
Is it? But it's
you know
it's stone
not.
though, not like not like
no,
clearly ice or anything.
No, well, he knows it's not stone. That's what he knows. Other
Oh.
than that, he doesn't. He knows it's not stone.
Well, good thing you could tell us what it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll continue going up the steps with Nomenclature.
Toward 5?
I suppose so.
Okay. So you go to 5, and then when you get to 5, you have another path. Now this path going off to your right, it seems to be, I guess, you've seen some fairly finely appointed places, so it's almost like a grand hall. It reminds you, I guess, a little bit of Mockingbird's Grand Hall, only on a much larger scale. So it's very finely appointed, lots of tapestries hanging on the wall, and there is a gigantic double door that's sitting open that leads to what looks like an extremely large room beyond, and then to your left is stairs that continue upward, out of view.
What does everyone think?
I don't know. I mean, I'm still a little uneasy about being up here, but I mean, we gotta go find these things.
Go up towards victory.
Yeah. In the vein, being survey things, I think we'll get a better vantage point from up there. And I point up the stairs.
Oh, you want to continue up the stairs towards 10?
Yeah, I suppose so, yeah. That seems to be the general consensus. Because I'm trying to find where, like, this giant might be and where they might be keeping the druid. But, yeah. I seem to think that they might just be up in the tower, so... Like,
Okay.
Well, so... Yeah, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go to the bathroom, but continue.
God, have fun.
I'll try.
Alright, so you guys continue up the staircase, and now you notice that once you get past 5 and more towards like where it says 10, you notice that the staircase actually is on the outside of the building. Like, it started on the inside of the building, and you go through this doorway, and now it's on the outside of the building. And you're walking along the perimeter of the building, spiraling upwards towards the top of a tower. Now,
So,
as you, what happened?
oh, continue. You like cut out for just a second, so I thought
Okay.
that was a...
As you get closer to the top of this tower, you start to notice that there are more and more giant owls that seem to be kind of flying around the tower. And they seem to be getting more and more agitated the closer to the top that you get.
So I'll ledge of the staircase and look down. And then even more quietly, I'll continue this part of Giants in the Sky.
Okay.
Oh, I just figured you knew the lyrics.
I do not.
Oh. It's very situation.
So, one of the owls, as you get closer to the top, dives in for an attack.
Whoa!
On who?
Who's in the lead?
Me.
So, you get it.
Yeah, you better get that reflex going up.
Yeah, catch these claws.
Can I get a dex save or something? Since a giant.
A dex save from an attack?
I don't know. I figured it was a giant owl, so I'd have to dive.
It's a feather ball. No.
It casts feather ball.
It casts feather ball. No. It just dives at you.
Get a 1. Can I use my bardic inspiration to? Oh, that's not.
So it swoops at you, but it misses.
What an asshole.
It swoops at you, but it misses, and then it wheels back up into the air, and it starts screeching, and all of its friends join in and screech back at it. And now they're all sort of antagonized and start swooping in at you.
I'm gonna try to run in through that door up at the top into 11.
So you run toward the top? Toward
Yeah.
the door. Okay, so you run toward the top, toward the door. Let's see. Miss. 17 hits you?
It might. Let me check. I think so. Yeah, that would hit me.
And 12 does not hit you. Okay, so you take...
With my bardic inspiration, can't I lower their roll?
Do you have cutting words?
I'm looking. I think I do. That's a cantrip?
Cutting words is it's an ability.
It's a certain level of ability that you get.
What level do you get that? Because I just updated my character and I may have just missed that, forgotten.
I don't know if all bards get it. I think it's only lore bards, isn't it?
I don't remember.
Yeah, lore bards get it at 3rd level.
Alright, so you're not a lore bard, so you don't have that.
Damn. I already have the player's handbook in front of me. I looked it up.
Well, where is your bard breakdown? Because your bard is different. You might have something similar.
I get something called Can't Touch This at level 6, but you guys made that.
Yeah, that's true.
You should really know your character by now.
Alright, so 7 damage.
Okay.
And then when you get to the door, now, this door is immense. Like, not just immense because you're a gnome. This door is immense because it's meant to offer passage to someone 30 times your size. So, you can't reach the latch. You could probably climb to the lock. You could literally fit inside the lock yourself. From what you're judging. Like, that's how big this door is.
So, can I use acrobatics to try to get up there?
You sure can.
I look at Daergram and say, hit me with that heavenly love.
Is there nothing else?
Pretty sure that's a climb, and that's athletics.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't.
You can climb with. I would say you can climb with acrobatics too. Like, I mean, you can do some cute little parkour to get up there.
So
But I will say,
we're getting attacked by.
I'm nowhere near you. You ran ahead, remember? I was with the party.
Wait, we're in a fight now? No, we can't fight them unless you like attack them with ranged stuff, because they're swooping at us, and well, they're swooping at me because I was ahead of you guys, and then I booked it all the way up the stairs to the door because I was hoping it was just a doorway. Now it's a door.
it's a large, it's a large, immense locked door.
I got a nat 20.
On what?
That was the acrobatics to get inside.
All right. So you get inside the lock. So you're not inside the lock.
I stick my arm out of the lock and flip off. I flip the bird to the giant birds.
Okay. So what do you do?
I'm gonna lean my head out of the lock and look at the owls and be like, bet you can't get me up here, huh? Fucking assholes swooping at me with your crazy douchebags. And I'm gonna try to get them to dive bomb the door in the hopes that it breaks the lock open.
Okay, well, they don't dive bomb the door. They sort of, like, keep swooping past it, but they're not stupid. So they don't dive bomb the door.
Okay, am I small enough to, like, actually touch the tumblers and shit?
Yeah. You can manipulate anything inside the lock.
Fuck yeah.
You would have to how did I break this down? So it would require a sleight of hand check using strength instead of dex as the modifier, but you can still use your proficiency bonus.
Well, I don't have sleight of hand, so.
Do you have proficiency with lockpicking?
I don't believe I do.
Like what are they called? Like lockpicking tools, thieves tools?
Thieves. Nope. The only tools I know how to use are my instrument.
And your dick.
That's an instrument.
Yeah, but you don't know you don't know nomenclature like that. What if he's impotent?
So it would be basically your it would be a strength check with half of your proficiency added.
Well, yeah, I have jack of all trades, so that happens now. 19 plus 1.
All right. So
I think this is the best.
right. So all right. So when you do this, you go into the lock and you start pushing on the various tumblers. You know exactly which one each of these are and how to get this lock to just open for you. And it does. You feel the final click and the lock, you hear the final click and the door opens. And the second the door opens, an alarm blares.
I lean out of the lock, the hole for the lock, and I go, I don't know if I'll be able to get down from here, but I think you guys should flee.
Is there a lot of crap in there?
I'll turn back and I guess I'll investigate through the lock.
You can go through the other side of the lock now. The lock is clear, so you can go through now.
I go, I'm going inside because I don't know if I should get out because I feel like the owls are just going to attack me more.
You start to hear what sounds like thunder in the distance.
Yep, I'm gonna go find a place to hide, guys, and I hop through the hole. I say, this is unlocked if you can get up to the lock. And then, yeah, I'm gonna try to go out the other side.
Alright, so you go out the other side and you see a circular room with lots of with many chambers branching off of it. Each of these chambers has a barred door in front of it. Most of these chambers lie empty except one.
But they're all barred, right?
They're all barred.
So the immediate action I'll take is I'm going to look around the room and see if there's anything I can hide in, behind, around.
All you notice are the cells that you see. You can probably try to hide within one of the cells because you could easily walk between the bars. It wasn't meant to hold someone as small as you.
Oh, okay. I got you. So what's in the one that has stuff in it?
The one that the chamber that's occupied, you see what looks like a massive sleeping moss green elf.
I'll run over to that one, squeeze through the bars, and be like, "It's okay." Do they notice me?
They were sleeping.
Oh, they're sleeping. So I guess I'll stealth to try to hide within their moss.
No, he's just moss green. He's not like mossy.
Oh, I thought he was like covered in moss.
No.
All right, I'll just hide behind him because I'm small and he is large. You said, or
yeah, he's large. He's medium, but much larger than you.
Do I have advantage because he's larger than I am?
Yes.
Cool. So that's stealth is dex.
Mm-hmm.
So what are the rest of you doing while you're this approaching thunder?
Did the door actually open, or did it just click, unlock, and an alarm go off?
The door, I would say, opened a crack, but a crack on a door this big is large enough for you guys to go inside.
Just walk on through.
Yeah, I'll run on in with them.
I'll cast Magic Armor myself. There we go.
Are you getting ready for a fight?
Alarms? Please.
So I got a 19 to hide behind the elf.
So you're fine. You're hiding behind the elf. No one sees you. Not even your friends.
Do I hear my friends running in since they're running in?
Yes, and you can definitely choose to break your hide and have to re-roll it.
I will not.
And let them know where you are.
I'll point in the direction that I hear their feet from, and I'll cast message and tell them that
What's the range?
It's 60, 100. I've got it right here.
Yeah, because we need to know how far away we are for that team.
That's true. First, the alphabet letters not being closer. It's 120 feet.
Okay.
And it can go through magical silence, a foot of stone, an inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood. Oh no, those block the spell. So I think we're clear.
Okay. Yeah, you're good.
Cool. So yeah, I cast message to Addison since I know her best, or them best, and I say, I'm hiding behind the guy I think we're here to rescue. He's in. I tell them what cell from because I saw that he was in there, so I imagine they'll see him, and I'll just be like, I'm hiding behind him. I don't know if we should hide or get ready to fight, but this is what I'm doing.
Well, I look at Cathixis and I tap him on the shoulder and tell him to go towards the cell that's occupied, and if he could try to unlock that.
You said to get Nixus to go unlock the cell?
Yeah.
I'll just walk through the cell.
Well, okay, so
I fit through it.
So Gnomenclature, because he's small, can kind of get through these bars. You guys, because you're medium sized, it's not really going to be the same thing. You'd run the risk of possibly getting stuck.
Okay, so these are medium-sized cells. I was under the impression, since this is a
These are large.
board-
These are large-sized cells, but meant to hold larger, medium-sized creatures that are on the larger end of the spectrum. So while the person you're attempting to save could absolutely not get through the bars, you may or may not be able to.
Okay, then yeah, I'll I'm unlocking it.
All right. You so what are you gonna roll?
My sleight of hand with my thieves' tools.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, actually, I don't get a bonus from my thieves' tools, or do I? I forget.
You add your proficiency bonus.
It allows you to add your proficiency.
Which I already have. Okay.
Yeah.
$22.
Lock pops open. As the lock pops open,
Another alarm goes off.
no, from outside you hear this inhuman scream. You can roll to see if you know where it's from, but like you hear it like this just inhuman, blood curdling scream coming from outside.
Oh, but it sounds close.
It sounds like, if you were to hazard a guess, it sounds like it's circling the tower.
Okay. You guys can hear me perfectly fine, right?
Yeah.
Cool. So I'm gonna cast Friends.
How many of us have them?
And I'm going to lean into the creature that I'm hiding behind's ear and say, and tell them, we are here. I'm gonna try to wake them up and say, we are here to save you, but we may need your help if we have to fight.
You know the side effect of that spell, right?
Yeah, I get
Big dick.
I get advantage on my next charisma roll.
After the minute that it like wears off, they become enraged that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, they know that you fucked with them.
What is that spell?
A creature prone to violence might attack you.
It doesn't automatically enrage them. They're just aware that I use magic.
It realizes that you use magic to influence its mood and becomes hostile. A creature prone to violence might attack you.
Oh.
Another creature might seek retribution in other ways, depending on the nature of your interaction.
Okay,
Very
yeah.
passive aggressive.
Fuck that. I'll just tell him what I said without casting Friends.
So the creature's still sleeping. So you're gonna try to wake it up?
Yeah, I'll in its ear.
So when you do that, you start to you hear that it seems to be mumbling under its breath in a language that sounds familiar to you, but it's not talking to you. It's just kind of mumbling with its eyes half open.
Can I hear what it's saying? Because I should still be under tongues unless it's been an hour since I cast it.
It hasn't been an hour. I wouldn't
I
say
hear
it's
what
been
you're
an
saying.
hour. So it actually you can hear what it's saying, but it's not what it's saying is not making sense.
Yeah, it's not like coherent.
No, it's not coherent. It's almost like it's cryptic and disjointed, as if he's like talking about a vision that he's having. He's saying a bunch of cryptic stuff about clouds that can smash rock, and the castle falling, castle falling into the darkness, light disappearing, and freedom of the children of the night.
Oh, lovely.
Alright, I'm back. Sorry.
Okay. So what are the rest of you guys doing really quick?
I'm standing in front of, but close to, Ozone and Daergram, and I'm facing the door.
Have you guys gone in the cell, or where are you?
I'm outside the cell.
You're outside the cell. Cathixis, you've gone in the cell, right?
Where it's nice and safe.
Okay. So Cathixis has gone in the cell. Nomenclature's in the cell. What is Ozone? You're where?
Ozone is behind Addison.
I am
Ozone's
with him as well.
Daergram, where are you?
With Addison.
So you guys are with Addison behind the door, you said?
No, we're outside of the cell. I'm facing the door that we came in because I'm waiting to see I'm keeping watch, to see what's coming in.
Are you going to attempt? Are you going to just stand there out in the open? Or are you attempting to hide? What's going on?
I'm standing there out in the open.
Okay.
So, when I imagine this is the Archdruid we're here to save. When they say the whole vision thing, I turn to them and be like, so I think he's having some weird prophetic dream that the castle's gonna fall out of the sky and release, I don't know, vampires? What do you guys think Children of the Night means?
Mate, child of the night. Glance.
I turn to Cathixis and just...
Yeah, I just say, he probably means, the evil fae that are here, the vampires or the night elves or things like that. Those are probably the children of the night.
Okay, so I think a cloud giant's gonna come. There's something about clouds destroying rocks and then plummeting into darkness and releasing the night children.
Oh, well, that sounds lovely. Maybe we should wake him the hell up.
I'm trying, and I'll can I...
So, as you guys are arguing about this, you see Addison, you see a gigantic sandaled foot step into the room.
As soon as a gigantic sandaled foot, I air dust of disappearance.
You what?
Disappearance into the air above me, Ozone, and Daergram.
Dust of disappearance. Oh, I gave you 2 of those, right?
Yep.
Could you roll a percentage die and choose high or low, please?
Why?
Do as I say.
Hi.
Okay. Hold on 1 second.
should use my inspiration to re-roll that.
It's up to you if you want to.
Is it gonna be bad?
What can I say? I can't.
There's a 50-50 chance of it being bad, right?
Yeah.
Well, the reason I'm saying is just because I knew that this was dust of disappearance.
Yeah, we got this.
So yeah, so I'm just saying, like, is it not gonna be what I thought it was?
Maybe want to use.
You said maybe I'll want to use the
You
inspiration.
maybe want to use your inspiration.
All right. There we go.
Is that high?
Yep.
Yes, it is.
87.
87.
Okay. All right. So you guys disappear.
Hold on.
Like invisibility?
Yeah, it's the effects of invisibility for all 5 of us, for the 3 of us, except it lasts for 5 minutes.
Who's the
And
three of
how
us?
did you? How'd that happen?
Me, the doc, and Addison.
Well, it would have to be who's near.
Okay.
Yeah, so the only people who are near me are Ozone and Daergram. That's why I was saying that I'm standing really close to them, like in front of them, like almost protective, but close enough so that way I would throw this up into the air and affect both of them.
And I'm still hiding behind the guy.
You were asking what happened, Ralph?
No, I'm asking how'd you get to do that?
Oh, I've had this dust of disappearance since we were in Montybird's mansion.
And you have 2.
Yeah, I have one more usage of the dust.
You have 2 packages of dust of disappearance, right?
Yeah, so yeah, I just used one.
Okay. All right. All right. So this gigantic sandal foot steps in, and the form that I just sent you a picture of.
Yeah.
The form of this like big, gigantic, beautiful, dripping in gold and diamond cloud giant steps in, and she does not look happy.
Does she have a mask on?
She's holding a mask in her hand.
Why do you love masks?
Cloud giants love masks. It's like literally in their descriptions.
Alt Peter loves masks.
Alt Peter also loves masks.
Alt
Okay.
Peter Cloud Giant.
Alt Peter is Cloud Giant.
So this giant looks around and speaks in a language that all of you can't understand, with the exception of Gnomenclature. And it seems it called to it calls out for something called Phobos. It looks outside and calls out to something called Phobos. And when it calls, you see this sort of eagle, this sort of black and brown eagle, about the size of a human being with the head of a stag.
And where's Deimos?
Very cute. Come into the room and start to sniff around. Also, cloud giants got. Cloud giants are very good at perceiving.
Nightmarish.
As the DM's voice cuts in and
Very good.
So, okay, so you notice that this weird stag-headed eagle starts sniffing around. But what's even more curious is that the giant kind of stops, it closes its eyes, and turns its nose up and takes a huge sniff.
Uh-oh.
A good sniff?
A good sniff.
I really want a bad sniff.
Yeah, Daddy.
Just what to say.
Sniff me, Daddy.
Stop it.
No.
Um,
Yeah, 18.
18 20, 21. Alright, so it looks directly at where you guys are, Addison, and narrows its eyes.
Can we roll stealth checks?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
And since you're invisible, you get a plus 20, don't you?
Yeah, isn't it advantage and a plus 10?
I know Pass Without Trace gives you like a plus 10. Is this comparable to that spell?
I know invisible. Advantage.
Yeah, it says you become invisible.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't even say. Creature you touch become.
Well, I mean, invisibility works on providing providing a disadvantage on sight checks, but this giant is trying to smell you.
Asshole.
Yeah, it could smell us, but it doesn't mean it knows exactly where we are.
It could be a
Yes,
very
but-
powerful smell.
Keen smell. The giant has advantage on wisdom perception checks that rely on smell.
Yeah. Yeah, so it knows that like we're there, but I mean,
it doesn't necessarily know exactly where you are in the sense that if it tries to swing at you, it's not going to hit you, but it knows you're in the room.
well, I mean, it's obviously also going to know A, we're in there because of the alarm, and B, where we are because the door is open.
Mm-hmm.
C, also, the second door is open. But like when you said that, like it narrows its eyes and like looks at Addison, it's kind of like that's not.
No, looks in your direction, not like directly at you. It feels like it's looking directly at you, but it's looking in your direction.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna like move forward and like try to like I'm gonna go to the door and start like moving over to like the right hand side.
Hold on 1 second, guys.
Dinner's here.